What's up? If you missed Sunday Night Football, you seriously missed out on one of the wildest games of the entire season. The Denver Broncos traveled to Washington to take on the struggling Commanders, and what we got was pure drama from start to finish. This game had everything: clutch plays, questionable coaching decisions, and an overtime ending that nobody saw coming. The final score: Broncos 27, Commanders 26. Before we break down all the action, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already part of the family. All right, let's get into this instant classic. First, let's set the stage. Denver came into this game absolutely rolling with an 8-game winning streak and a 9-2 record. They're sitting pretty at the top of the AFC West and looking like legitimate playoff contenders. Meanwhile, Washington is going through it right now. They've lost 6 straight after starting the season 3-2, and things have been falling apart fast. To make matters even tougher for the Commanders, their rookie sensation Jayden Daniels was sidelined with an elbow injury. That meant veteran Marcus Mariota got the start at quarterback. Now, a lot of people probably wrote Washington off before kickoff, but Mariota showed up ready to prove he's still got it. This wasn't going to be the easy win Denver expected. Denver came out controlling the pace early. Kicker Will Lutz knocked through 2 field goals, a 33-yarder, and then another one to put the Broncos up 6-0. Washington's offense was struggling to find any rhythm at first, but they finally broke through when running back Chris Rodriguez punched it in from 8 yards out. Just like that, Washington had their first lead of the night at 7-6. Here's where rookie quarterback Bo Nix showed his clutch gene. With only 23 seconds left before halftime, Nix led a 10-play, 64-yard drive that ended with an 11-yard touchdown pass to Courtland Sutton. That gave Denver a 13-7 lead heading into the break, and honestly, that drive was huge. You can't give teams free points before halftime, and Nix made Washington pay for not running the clock out. Coming out of halftime, Washington's offense woke up in a big way. Mariota looked comfortable and was making plays all over the field. He orchestrated a beautiful 10-play, 72-yard drive that ended with one of the best catches you'll see all year. Wide receiver Treylon Burks made this ridiculous one-handed grab in the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown. Seriously, go watch the replay. It's absolutely filthy. The extra point put Washington up 14-13, and suddenly this game felt completely different. But Denver wasn't about to let Washington take control. They answered right back with their own methodical 11-play, 72-yard drive. Running back R.J. Harvey finished it off with a 1-yard touchdown plunge with just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Broncos back on top, 20-14. The momentum was swinging back and forth, and you could feel both teams digging in for a battle. The fourth quarter turned into an absolute defensive slugfest. Both teams were playing like their seasons were on the line. Every play mattered. Washington's defense came up with a massive play when safety Bobby Wagner picked off Bo Nix, giving the Commanders excellent field position. They couldn't capitalize with a touchdown, but kicker Jake Moody nailed a 38-yarder to cut Denver's lead to 20-17. As we got down to the final minutes of regulation, Washington started driving again. Mariota was scrambling around, making plays with his legs. He actually ended up being Washington's leading rusher with 55 yards. Tight end Zach Ertz was making clutch catch after clutch catch, and receiver Colson Yankoff hauled in a big 14-yard reception to move the chains. With zeros on the clock, Jake Moody came through again, drilling a 32-yard field goal to tie it at 20-20. We were headed to overtime, and the energy in that stadium was absolutely insane. Washington won the coin toss in overtime and chose to kick, a decision that would end up being debated all week. Denver's offense took the field, and Bo Nix went to work. He completed a couple of 12-yard passes to keep the drive moving, but then the play that changed everything happened. Tight end Evan Engram caught a short pass over the middle, and suddenly he just took off. This guy put on the afterburners and raced 41 yards downfield. Nobody even knew he had that kind of speed. That set up Denver at the 11-yard line, and 2 plays later, R.J. Harvey scored his second touchdown of the night from 5 yards out. Broncos up 27-20 in overtime. Now here's the thing about the new NFL overtime rules. Both teams get a possession unless the first team scores a touchdown and goes for 2 successfully. So Washington still had a chance to tie or win it. And man, did they make it interesting. Mariota opened the drive with a 20-yard completion to Terry McLaurin, and you could feel the momentum shifting. Then came a backbreaker. Mariota threw what looked like a deep touchdown to McLaurin, but it got called back for offensive holding. Absolutely brutal. But Mariota wasn't done. On the very next play, he launched a bomb to Deebo Samuel for 38 yards, putting Washington at the 2-yard line. After a couple of runs, it came down to 4th and goal. Mariota found Terry McLaurin in the end zone for the touchdown, and the place went absolutely nuts. Washington had answered, and it was 27-26. Now this is where head coach Dan Quinn made the boldest call of the night. Instead of kicking the extra point to send it to 27-27 and keep playing, Quinn decided to go for the 2-point conversion and the win right there. It's a gutsy call. You either end it as a hero or go home with a heartbreaking loss. Mariota took the snap, dropped back, and fired toward the end zone, but Broncos linebacker Nik Bonitto came flying in and swatted the ball down at the line of scrimmage. That was it. Game over. Broncos win 27-26 in one of the most dramatic finishes of the entire season. Let's talk about the performances. Bo Nix went 29 of 45 for 321 yards and a touchdown, another solid outing for the rookie. Marcus Mariota was 28 of 50 for 294 yards and 2 touchdowns, and honestly, he played his heart out. Denver improves to 10-2 and extends their winning streak to 9 games. They're looking like a legitimate threat in the AFC. Washington drops to 3-9 with 7 straight losses, and you have to wonder if that 2-point conversion decision will haunt Dan Quinn. So what did you think of that call to go for 2? Would you have kicked the extra point or gone for the win? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.